Hey, welcome back to the MCP cast. I'm Travis MCP, and I thought I would just take a minute here to kind of capture my real time thoughts about what's going on my channel because so much has changed over the last just couple of days. And I just wanted to kind of share in some of the cool successes I've had recently. Again, this is just a podcast about me, so I'm trying to give you some behind the scenes stuff. Basically, over the last couple of days, although in the background it's been longer, as is the case on most YouTube stuff. I've been doing a not even a pivot so much, but like trying to revamp the channel. I think I talked about this in the last podcast where I need to get my money up because I spent a whole bunch of money repairing my roof. But I think it's good because I think things happen for a reason, and this particular thing I think definitely happened for a reason, which is to get back into YouTube. I've had occasional comments here and there asking me to come back and all this other stuff, and tech in general. While not super exciting all the time for me, there are aspects of tech that I do like, and I still, you know, use tech. So it's not like that was a problem. The mobile space has been kind of boring for me, but some behind the scenes here, I'll tell you. I'm trying to pivot the channel from just mobile tech to, more commentary about tech in general, which can mean a lot of things. And you see some people on YouTube that are able to do commentary about multiple different things. And that's kind of where I want to be, where I'm the reason that people come and not necessarily the subject. The subject's like secondary, maybe even like a gateway drug where you get people in to like, what you're doing. And I think for me personally, uh, one of the reasons I stopped doing mobile tech, I kind of got bored of it, and I didn't think it was really interesting. You get new phones, and there's not much difference between one and the next. And when I first started, the phone thing was kind of an accident. Like I had been doing headphone reviews and stuff for a long time on the channel, and then I talked about mobile one time or something, and I kind of wanted to take off. It didn't do anything. Then I did it again, and it started to take off, and all of a sudden I became like a phone channel, which I thought was cool because at the time it was kind of hot and cool back in 2018, 2019, and some of the larger YouTubers are in that space. But having taken the last couple of years off, I mean, I say off, even though I've uploaded here and there, but certainly nothing regularly like I'm starting to do now. Coming back to a completely different kind of platform. I mean, the platform itself is different. Certainly things that work are different, and even not even knowing what the hell's going on in the mobile space is almost embarrassing. That I'm like, I think my superpower is the way that I talk about things and the way I can commentate on things and give my own, my own take on things. I think that's why people come to me. So I've decided to do something on my channel that I've never done before, and actually for a long time I was really against it. And that's the funny thing about this is that I have, as I've gotten older in life, I've realized that you've just got to change with the times, and YouTube is definitely one of those things that makes you change. So I've decided to start using scripts, which is something that for me was always a dirty word in content creation. I'm like, I don't want to have to plan what I'm going to say. The most that I had ever done previous was have an outline. And I did that because sometimes I just get all over the place and I didn't want a rambling video that didn't make any sense. I think it's important to have something that people can watch and understand and be like, yeah, that's interesting. And while some of the stuff I did in the past was good and did that, there were a lot of times where I'd shoot a video and I would be in the middle of it. I'm like, I don't even know what I'm supposed to say next. What am I supposed to do next? So I decided to start using scripts. And I don't like talking too much about it because I still feel like it's weird. It's almost like being a magician and telling people about how you do the magic trick. Um, but I started using scripts and I noticed that like even though I'm still not a great script reader yet, like I'm getting there. I feel like it almost looks natural on screen. It's not quite there yet, but I feel like I'm for whatever reason I'm more excited to do the content. I'm more I don't know if it's just because I don't have to worry about the words and I can be more expressive and just kind of have fun with it. I can look over the script and go, okay, what direction am I going to go and like what am I going to talk about and those things I think are for whatever reason were some of the stressors that I didn't even realize were the reasons that I stopped making content frequently because I would get stuck in the okay, what should I talk about? Okay, now what do I say? And now when I go into it already knowing what I'm going to talk about and say, it's so much easier that I actually like doing it. So for example, right now, I had just uploaded this morning a video about like why phone companies don't want you to keep your phone. But I have already recorded like another 6 videos, which is crazy. I think there's only been one other time in my entire YouTube career where I was actually a couple of videos ahead, and I think it was 3 or 4. I'm unsure that I've ever been this many videos ahead. I don't think I have been. So now I've got this log jam of videos that are need to be edited. So I've shot some to over to an editor. I think he's got like 4 from me. I'm editing one now right as I was starting this right before I started this podcast. I'm still editing it. So I mean, there's just a lot of content coming out, and I'm pretty happy with all of it. I mean, I haven't seen the end result, but I mean, I obviously read through the thing and did the thing. And you know, the first couple of videos back did not do that well on my channel, and it's always depressing. You're like, man, you know, I'm putting out what I think is good content. I mean, the first one was unscripted, but the first time I did like a scripted one, I'm like, hope this does well. And it was on the you know, the fact that Google and Apple are getting together to fix Siri, and I figured, oh, that's a great subject. And they got like less than 2,000 views, and that's devastating. That's actually devastating. And it made me just go, I don't know that I can do this again. And then I put some time in, did my first scripted video, and I think it got like 4 or 5,000 views, and I was like, man, I mean, it's somewhat better, but it's like it's not great, and I just don't know, right? So I put this one video out today that I'm like, okay, this is a pretty good one. And I understand that pivots or even like coming back after being gone for a long period of time sometimes takes a while. It just literally does. And I uploaded it and I woke up this morning. I had it, you know, go live at like 7 a.m. my time, and I got up at like closer to 8. I do that on purpose for a number of reasons. But I came and looked, and I'm like, it was like a 6 of 10 or whatever, which means it's like the 6th most viewed one at that time of the last 10 videos I've released. So I'm like, okay, that's not bad. It's better than the last one for sure, and the one before that for sure. And I'm just kind of working on other things. And then I look back, because I tend to look back, and all of a sudden it starts taking off, and it starts hitting numbers that I haven't hit since like, I mean, so I had the iPhone 17 videos that did well, but they did well for a very specific reason, because literally I was in 17, everyone's, you know, looking at that stuff. But like views like this per hour, I haven't had in a very long time, and I honestly thought I maybe have to get more months from now to be able to get to them. And again, I mean, this might be a one-off. Maybe the next one tanks. That totally could happen. But the fact that it's happening now, like in the middle of these views starting to come in, I'm looking at my thing, and wow, it just went up again, or did it go up again? I don't know. Whatever it is, it's like higher than it has been in a very long time. And I am I am yeah, it's just when I just looked at this again, I'm so happy. Like oh, I just moved my thing around. Whoops. I'm so happy. It makes me feel like um I know what I'm doing again, which is funny to say. I feel like I obviously I know what I'm doing. I've been doing this for years, but there is definitely a sign of or a portion, and I know a lot of YouTubers have gone through this, where they question themselves and whether or not they know what they're doing after a while, because people's interests change and all that sort of thing. And for me personally, like I coach other people on how to do this, and having not really done it on myself for a while, sometimes you second guess yourself and you get imposter syndrome. Right now, I'm looking at these numbers, and I am so happy with what's happening at this moment that I wanted to share it on the podcast and just talk about where I am now. And there was a time, I remember a long time ago, that things were going well, and I'm like, okay, I've made it. I figured it out. And then things started going bad. Like things weren't working well on the channel, and I had to like make video journals to myself saying, hey, this is what it feels like. It's going to get better. I know this, so that I could look back on those videos and then be reminded that, okay, I've been through this before. I've gotten through it. And in a weird way, that's what this video is. It's almost like a reminder to myself that, man, you just came from videos that you got nothing, no views, like nothing. And now things are taking off, and it looks so amazing. I'm looking at this, I'm like, holy crap, what's happening? Like, this shouldn't be like this. It shouldn't be this high, not this quickly. And it's taking off. So hopefully the rest of the content that I have already made and that's being edited does just as well or almost as well, and I can actually be back and feel like I'm part of the YouTube community again, but in my own space. And you know, as a you know, kind of behind the scenes, I'm not going to try to just talk about mobile stuff. I'm just using it to pivot out to where I can talk about most tech stuff and have like an opinion and be an authority source within the niche. I feel like I have a unique voice. So I just want to say for people who are listening to the MCP cast, y'all are like the most supportive of supporters because you're here for me. I'm not really doing like specific content here other than to just talk to you guys and gals and tell you more about my life, which I will continue to do. And I am just super excited about what's happening, and I'm so thankful. And if you've been watching those videos and you're telling people about them or whatever you've been doing, thank you. And the people who've stuck with me all this time, thank you. And I'm just trying to take this thing back somewhere where you're a part of something that's larger than it has been and can say you've been there through the thick and thin and feel just as proud of it as I am because without you guys, there is no me. So thank you. And yeah, I can't wait to see what happens next.